Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode. Hey, everyone, this is the Dude. Thanks again for listening to this episode. Just giving you a little ears up that this episode is going to be a little more crunchy than all the previous episodes prior. Solely because I'm remote and we just had to do it old school, phone recordings over the phone. So you get to hear us talk on the phone like we used to do in the very beginning before we got fancy with equipment and shit. So just letting you know, in case you're like, hey, this sounds like shit. Well, in case you thought it was different, this is the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. It's right there in front of you. It's the only podcast in the world with the shittiest audio and the most amazing content. But please refer back to the shittiest audio. We're just giving you another episode of that with a little extra shitty audio on the side. All right. Enjoy.
Yo.
Hey.
What's up?
Not much. Same old stuff.
So, what's that?
Same old stuff. Just, you know.
Same old stuff.
Just,
Well, yeah, it just keeps going for you, don't it? Like, you got Elder 1, Elder 2, up in the hotel.
They are growing. They are growing.
How's it sound?
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you on speaker or something?
I'm on earbuds.
Okay.
Tell me, here's the thing. Is it getting a little feedback on you?
No, it's not giving me feedback. It just sounds lighter.
Hang on just a second, because my handy dandy. Do you have an iPhone?
Nope.
Okay, you have an Android. So whenever I have the Android, the Samsung earbuds.
Yeah.
And there's settings on here where you can play around with the actual earbuds.
Oh, and amplify your voice?
Yes.
What?
I know. Do you need me to be louder or softer? Okay, go ahead.
Louder.
Go for it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Louder.
Okay, let me see.
This is in my place. We can be as loud as we want to be.
Hold on. Is that better?
It's exactly the same.
Oh my God, that's so loud for me.
Wait, are you making me louder or yourself louder?
Apparently, this is so good. You know, even whenever not doing like audio on the computer, I'm still fucking it up.
I really had to tweak the last one, and then I forgot to upload it today. So
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now? Is it any better?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. No.
I try to be perfect.
No. I have to tweak it anyway, so don't go.
But listen to me. But hold on. Listen to me. Did I just go down in volume?
I mean, no, you're fine right now.
Well, that's genetics, baby.
Yeah, right. Because
I don't know what to tell you.
Because since we're doing it this way over the phone, it's not breaking us up into two different tracks like when we normally do it. So when I tweak one, so when I later tweak the audio and tweak one voice, it's tweaking both of us. So I don't want you too loud, because then it'll by dropping you will drop me as well. So if you raise it up a little bit, it gives me a little bit more room to work with.
Okay, well, I'm just going to play with this thing while we're talking.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Well, cool. I hope to be as 976 as possible.
What's 976?
Remember the 976 numbers?
All the sex numbers.
Oh, is that what that was?
They were all.
I thought it was 999.
No, the 976 numbers. They all the first ones all started with the same 976.
Hey kids, back in the day, we had to stick to area codes that were in the area that we were physically at. How fucked up is that, right? You couldn't keep your number if you moved. Like if you were living in Florida and you moved to South Dakota for just to escape, you couldn't be like, I'm going to keep my number. They would look at you like you're a crackhead, and we don't have enough wire to make that happen.
Right. So if you missed it, welcome to the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. We started in mid-conversation, as we normally do, talking about how you used to have to call.
You had to like pick up the phone and hit buttons, or like rotary.
You call random numbers. Well, not even random. You call these set numbers for phone sex with someone that you never will see, you never will meet. You are just.
There was no callback either. No, what's it? Pound, whatever.
I mean, you could call back, but there was no guarantee you were going to get that same person again.
Right.
Unless you dialed, like they ended up making like these switchboards. So unless you dial, like, okay, I want like on
line 4.
I want Asian dominatrix that will peg me, and then you push all those buttons for the selection, and then that's who you would.
I don't not love you for any of that, so go ahead.
That's who you would get, and I'm using air quotes, that's who you would get on the phone. If that was the same person that you talked to before, using this very, very racial Asian voice to make it seem like a different person, then that's who. It was all theater of the mind. It was like all like you're
kind of like us.
Yeah, it's very much like us. Like you never would see this person, and everyone was perfect. Describe yourself. Oh, I'm sandy blonde.
I'm a 17-year-old 100-pound trucker.
Yeah. And then you go see him. If you were to see him in real life, you're like people are calling getting catfished every single time. And they were like, and they were like some crazy rates. Like people would call and just go through, just give their credit card and just run it up. It was nuts. It was super nuts.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It was super nuts, but
we need to intro and then do this waiver before we get ahead of it.
So that was a blast from the past right there. But here's the disclaimer, because everything we do is for entertainment and for nothing. I mean, if you find some means of education out of it, please let us know, because it wasn't intended.
We'll change it right away.
Yeah, it wasn't intended. That was a hidden gem that we even hid from ourselves. So here's here's the disclaimer.
All right, listen up.
Okay, everyone, before we get started into this episode, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
Fragile, delicate.
Yeah. And we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might trigger somebody in a certain way.
It's offensive.
We talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults, or somebody could be killed or changed.
We do try to give trigger warnings though, so I'll give you the quick disclaimer.
So you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't, because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no There's nothing that we're giving away as advice or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. No, she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
We don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind, because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So, I mean, that's pretty much, that's our moniker. Okay. Yeah. So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this. And I think that might be it.
All right, so
I don't even know.
I'm still remote. It's me. It's not you. I'm still remote. And I guess I'm just rolling into a welfare check. Welfare check. Not really a welfare. Jesus. Jeez. It's literally gotten worse since last week. It's a welfare check now. Yeah, so it's all right. It's true. I mean, I dig it. I dig the whole thing. Let me back up. I'm actually enjoying the process and the means of which I'm producing now. And it seems, I think I made the reference to Howard Hughes. It's very like I'm
I didn't understand that, but my brain has checked out.
I mean, he was millionaire, I dare say billionaire, in the aviation, and then later on in life he secluded himself in a room by himself, and he only ate certain things, wore certain things. He became very. Some people say OCD, some people say paranoid. It just depends. Like, he wouldn't do certain things hygienic anymore because it was just like he went into a whole different mindset, and he pretty much became a recluse. He went from this billionaire playboy to a recluse. I'm dipping my toe. Okay. I'm dipping my toe in that water solely because I'm in a room. Like I said, I haven't turned the TV on at all. I'm only accessing things.
Well, you've been getting it, though. You've been getting it.
Yeah.
Working it.
I'm solely accessing. I only have 3 games on my phone. No, 4.
What are they? Tell me. What are they?
Hold on. I only have 4 games on my phone, and the rest of it is just using the internet and other resources to keep my shit going. It's like I'm gonna get this situation and make it the most effective and efficient I possibly can, be as productive as I possibly can. And it's surprising how I'm not forcing myself to do it as much as I thought I would. Like, stay committed and just sit and just focus and do.
Right, because it's becoming easier. It's becoming easier for you to do. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's easy for me to do. I think because I took myself out of the element that I was trying to do it all in before.
Right.
And it's not like I mean, I'm pretty secluded in the other element too, because I isolate in one room separately from everybody else, and I just grind on it. But I have distractions that, you know, I've kind of fallen into a pattern of doing as well. Like, oh, I'm gonna check out some YouTube on the big screen TV because, you know, why use my phone? But I can have it this big. Or you know, I got my MMO that I play on my computer, so it's right there. It's just one click away. I could just switch screens, and then boom, I'm doing that instead. And, you know, 2 hours go by. I'm like, fuck. So it's interesting because I don't have some of those things that I've developed a pattern doing, and now I'm doing something just really focused. The only thing I think was a detriment to the focus is I haven't been working out as much as I tend to when I'm in my usual place. So
physically?
Yeah. So I'll have to get back into that. There's a gym.
Yeah, I haven't been working out either. So
there's a gym here, but I don't trust going after it.
Yeah, I don't know that there's enough Lysol for that.
Yeah, I don't trust going behind some of these random people here. But
you would think I was in a house. I would be working out in a hazmat suit. Anyway.
But to answer your previous question, it's that it's a wood. So I got. Actually, the more I think about it, I got more than just one game. I got more than just 5 games. I got 5 games. So I got a wood puzzle game.
Okay, love that.
Sudoku.
Oh God. Okay, good for you.
A soccer game.
Oh my God, I wonder if Ted Lasso has an app. Oh.
A what?
Sorry, go ahead. Ted Lasso.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
And I'm still rocking that survival game that I told you about, Last Days on Earth. Last Day on Earth, and then I got
bushcraft and stuff?
Huh?
Do you have to bushcraft and stuff?
Yeah, you gotta chop down trees to, you know, make stuff out of wood around your house, and you keep building up on your house, gather stone, gather minerals, and berries, and bushes to make rope.
So it's kind of like being on Alone, the TV show, but it's an app.
Yeah, but
there is an app for that.
But there's also like undead that come around, and wolves, and it's like what you said about how many people would survive on the planet if shit got really nuts.
Yeah, no, people would just be laying down and being like, okay, I'm dead now.
But it's like that. But the result of it was everybody that died is now undead, and then everybody that's alive is just trying to survive in these remote areas, and they either make it or they don't.
Sure.
So that's what the game's like.
I should play that.
Yeah.
What's it called? Tell me. What's it called?
Last Day on Earth.
Fucking hell, here I go.
Okay. Yeah, and you're like doing stuff like, oh, I gotta go kill more deer and turkeys so I can feed my dogs. No,
I'm not downloading this. I'll spend so much time on it.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty good time suck.
You have to buy. Do you have to like build like cities and stuff? I hate those games.
No, just your own house.
Okay, good. I think that's not for everybody.
Yeah, you just your own house. Yeah. Other than that, same stuff.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm dying to tell you now because I don't know why. So I'm going in between Cube's Empire where...
Okay, you talk about the games. I was like, wait. How does that work?
So, hold on. Let me just, do I want to do that? Hold on. Let me see. Is this a good board? Nah, I'll scrap that one. I am on level 5,307.
Damn.
I've got years in this game. Okay, I love it so much.
5,307.
Yes. And then the next favorite one that I have is called Garden Joy, and it's placing outdoor furniture and filling different landscapes with flowers, different types of flowers, different regions. You have to it's good to know it teaches you a lot, and it gives you like a background of what a piece of furniture is categorized as. Like, is it farmhouse? Is it modern? Is it industrial? Is it contemporary? And then you kind of just learn what the differences are in between modern and contemporary and how those lines blur. So, that, and then I have Bubble Witch Saga.
Okay.
So it's a bubble shooter game, and it's pretty much the tip. Let me see. Other than that, I don't think that I play anything else right now. Other than I am on my tablet, I am obsessed with Happy Color, and that is a coloring. It's kind of like color by number, but they're like super detailed, and they're like really realistic. They're not realistic, but they look. It's involved. It's animated. It's there's a lot of details. So, and I'm kind of a detail nerd. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So continue on about your elder check. How's it going?
Oh.
You mentioned on the phone to me something, or not, on text or whatever, that your dad was making the pow sound. He was making the pow thing with his finger.
Oh yeah, it's the typical thing. It's like they are doing what they are doing all the time. But now it's in.
I'm not sure
it's in another environment, and it's kind of weird because I'm I've tried to figure out exactly like how to describe it. So I think like my mom is in a severe amount of level of annoyance, and
like she's annoyed.
There's nothing she enjoys.
Okay, yes. So she's annoyed at just the whole fucking situation. She's over it.
Well, no, she's always that way, but it's another level with the whole being away now.
Right, exactly.
Everything is now.
It's more exhausted than it was before, and before it was pretty fucking exhausting to her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because I know before we would talk about how there's a definite need for a struggle.
Right.
And even when you present, and she knows there is a more functioning solution, she'll still choose the struggle. And I don't like.
Well, some people live for it. They want to be on that struggle bus.
No,
they drive it. No, that's too much of a bother.
Yeah, but then there's the complaining of the struggle while you're in the struggle, and you're like, you could easily alleviate yourself from this, but you're choosing this. Right.
It's for those people that love drama, right?
Yeah, kind of like that. For instance, here, especially for them, because they're in a handicap room, But it's not just, especially with them. I notice it's in every room. There's a laminated sheet right there on the nightstand with the phone, telling you, call this number if you want room service. Let us know what you want, and we'll bring it to your room. You don't even have to call. Here's a QR code, and you can tap right into our app and just go beep, boop, beep, and bam.
Please. If I don't have to talk to anybody and I'm in a hotel room like all by myself and I don't have to talk to fucking nobody, I am good to go.
So she knows this.
Of course she does. That's part of the struggle, man.
But she would rather go through the struggle of getting herself together in the morning, putting on clothes, getting in the elevator, going downstairs, going into the lobby, through the lobby into the breakfast area, which is literally right next to the lobby. There's no walls.
Right.
Get 2 plates and 2 bowls of breakfast, whatever the fucks, Danishes and shit. Put it on a tray.
I would be like, I'm going to need a rolling cart.
Go back to the Go back to the elevator. Since her hands are, since she, has a weak left hand. She has to position herself to push the button on the elevator, come off the elevator, come back up to the door. Well, now you got to use your key card. So,
meanwhile, she's got 2 plates, 3 bowls.
She's got a tray. Yeah, she's got a tray full of shit. And she's covered all the tops of the trays with napkins because, you don't want the random whatever flying thing in the air to land on it. Well, she's not going to put the tray on the floor.
No, that's not sanitary.
So she struggles to get the key card out and use the key card and then open the door. For her to open the door like 2-3 inches and then push her.
I get it, because just listening to her adventure is a beating.
And then push her face in and say, I need help with the door to open. Why? And so, okay.
It's like advertising the struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a call out.
Exactly. And then to come in and go, they didn't have anything down there. I just went, this sandwich bread doesn't look fresh at all. I'm just like, what?
I'm about to meet your mother.
And it's like,
I mean, we almost had a child together.
And
not fucking me, your mom.
And it's like, but you put it on the plate and put the plate on the tray. It's not like they were sliding it to you and say, here you go. You
have to take this. We have a quota.
Yeah. You selected these items and picked it out yourself. Yeah, and, they just have them all laid out, and you can pick which ones you want and go. And so I said, look, you're trying to open up a door. That's just an accident waiting to happen. Try to, try and use your foot and knock on the door. Just kick the door tap on the door a couple of times.
Or how about use the fucking laminated card next to your phone?
Okay, I'll try that. So the next morning.
She'll be like, does it have to be done on the mattress or do I do it on the floor?
Yeah.
Do I need to buy something special?
And I'm like,
just start stretching.
And each time I'm like, you can call room service. Yeah, but I'm in here, and that's way over there on the nightstand. Why do they have the phone over there? There's only one phone per room. And so...
Well, that's janky, number one. Okay, what kind of outfit are you staying in anyway?
I mean, it's a handicap room. You're not really speeding from one room to the other. Most shit's going to go down in the bedroom. I mean, if you fall, it's probably going to be in the bedroom. Here's the phone.
Why don't they just go ahead and put the phone on?
I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, they're accommodating you guys. They're accommodating all handicap possibilities in one room. And you're going to bitch about the phone? So I said, you can call. So I said, you can call. Oh, I didn't even see that because you got all your shit. You got all your shit on the nightstand. So, okay. So I said, okay, you can call room service. Okay. Next morning, she does the exact same thing. This time, instead of knocking with her foot, she rings the hearing impaired bell.
So what does that mean?
That means a yellow siren light starts swirling and blinking in the room, and then a loud,
so that you notice it,
and that a loud sound happens. So it's super loud because you're hearing impaired, so you need a really loud sound.
I wonder if that room is soundproof, because wouldn't it piss the other people off if they could hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can hear it.
Because you're in the other room. Okay, can you hear it when it happens?
No, because I'm in the room with them. I'm getting my dad ready.
Oh. So y'all have adjoining rooms, I'm assuming?
No. God, fuck no. You gotta, I mean, they're next door, but you gotta come out your door to mine. Oh my God. There was a one-door access? Jesus. Hey, you sleep? Come over here and see about this. What? I'm trying to get Google Docs to work. It's not working.
Well, because you can tell it, look, it is closing. You keep your side open. I am closing this door until I have to come in. Do not knock. Do not open the door. I'm locking my side.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. And it's like,
you really are handling like a chance. I mean, you're getting so much done with work.
I can't.
For that.
Yeah, I can't really be. This was one of the things I was talked about before. You can't. At a certain point, you're letting certain things in your life. I mean, you know, these things are just out to hinder you and just out to hold you down in some capacity. And you're like, oh, well, no, nobody's intentionally doing that. People can do those things with their actions, whether they're intending to or not. I think that if you're really wanting to do something or achieve it, you have to get to a point where you're starting to let certain things in that you know are going to be beneficial to you, and just kick a lot of that other shit out. I mean, it gets to a point where you have to start looking and defining what is shit and what is beneficial. And if there happens to be people that you're around all the time, I'm of a mindset where that doesn't matter to me. Like your relationship with me in some sort of capacity, like, oh, you're my this or you're my that, or it doesn't matter to me if it becomes a thing of where it's like you're not even trying to help or even be interested in my journey. So why keep giving you time in my head? Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing for me.
Whenever you recognize it and you give it your energy, you're letting it have a portion of you.
Yeah.
And you are precious.
Yeah.
And finite.
I mean, you start to get to that point where you realize that you're even having these. You're responding even without words. Just like the presence is. It already gets you into a mindset. It already gets you into an attitude.
It's going to be a weapon, and it's coming.
Yeah.
You have to pull yourself out of that and let it go. You get it. It's going to fuck with your brain.
Oh my gosh, it's going to do it all the time, and then you get to a point where you're like, you step back and it's like, I'm really putting so much time, effort, and energy into the negative things that they are now affecting me without even being in my presence. And that's not where I want to be, how I want to be with myself. And so, yeah, it's really like get myself.
Thank you for recognizing that. Truly, I am.
I mean, get right back to focusing on things that are beneficial to you, because I feel like that's what's going to keep me sane. Because once you get in that continual routine of acting and responding in certain ways to certain people, that those people are like, step back and look, hey, these people aren't going anywhere. Why am I constantly now falling into their routine of not going anywhere either? That's fucked. So, yeah, I just have to. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I think that once this whole event happened, it's just more and more and more and more focused in that mindset.
Right. Right. You are making progress, and that's so important because you're worth that.
Thanks. I feel like I am too. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, my elder.
Yes.
She's elding.
Yeah.
And we have her over here on I'm in Texas, and it's some bad weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad weather. I mean, like a couple of snowflakes fell from the sky and freaked out.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I mean, there was a good dusting. It was just a dusting.
Okay.
And, everything, people freeze, and people don't understand that, there are instances where it's ice, and there are instances where it's snow, and there's instances where it's snow first, melts, and then comes back as ice. Mm-hmm. And then there's some instances where it's just powder.
Right.
And you're okay to drive on it, just don't be a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, that's hard to do for some people. That is really hard to do for some people.
I only lived in Wisconsin for 1 year, but I have to say, like, driving, once you slow down and get technical with it, driving in snow is not bad at all. It's when it gets hot and then there's moisture everywhere and it freezes. That's when I had an edge up on it, because that happens in Texas a lot in the winter, and sometimes, and or hell, fucking in the summer even. So I kind of know what black ice is. Like, I know how to look for it, and where I need to concentrate.
Yeah, people just sort of.
They hit black ice, everything convulses in their car.
Yeah, people just lose their shit. It's so, like, okay, I get it.
I'm the person, I'll be in the high school parking lot doing fucking donuts. Like, that track, you see?
Yeah.
That track in a circle, that's my house.
I think it's kind of weird, because you get people that just lose their shit and like, okay, what are we going to do? Oh no, we're going to have to go out and get firewood, and then we're going to have to go. And then normally they don't drink a drop of water. I need to get a bunch of water. And toilet paper. And a few napkins and paper towel in case we run out of toilet paper, and then water, and then some ho-hos, because,
it's like the bread aisle, the water aisle, the toilet paper aisle.
Absolutely.
And then any dairy and meat just vanish.
Yeah, like a lot of people just get like a fuckload of cold cuts. It's just a weird. They get a lot of canned meat. It's just a weird panic shopping that goes on as soon as they talk about.
We didn't, because we're prepared.
Yeah, right.
So we didn't even have to go to the store at all.
It's just,
we're going to go.
Right. It's just those people that are out there doing that. And it's like, okay, one, you're getting as much as you can carry. Okay. Two, you don't.
So that's a stressor because you're freaking out already, and then we're going to put you on top of ice and snow. Okay, this is a great idea.
And then you get home, and you realize, I don't know how long this is going to last. What if this lasts for more than 3 days? Because I only got 3 days worth of shit. Oh well, I guess I'm eating people.
Yeah. The first hour, after the first hour, I'm going to eat somebody.
It's just nuts. It's just nuts. Well, I'm glad you made it safe.
Yeah, she was good. She stayed here for two nights.
Yeah.
And got her home, and, she was really hurting and, just having elder stuff. Mm-hmm. And, she's worried about me, and so she's going with us tomorrow. I have a lung biopsy. Oh, right. So by the time y'all hear this, I will have already had it and probably be getting the results any time. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see. But, hopefully they thought that it was lymphoma, which is why they said cancer.
Yeah. And
then they had to get, or maybe, honestly, they could have said this could be cancer. And then I'm like, oh, God, it's cancer. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was out of my head.
Right, tracking everything that was said. And
they're trying to get me to understand that this presents as lymphoma. If they had to guess, it would be lymphoma. And she said, I've been doing this for 15 years. Well, she wasn't wrong. It did present as lymphoma, but it could be this other thing, and that also presents as lymphoma. So we'll see. We know it's one of those. We're going to the lungs, and we'll see what that says. If it is cancer, we'll deal with it. If it's not cancer, then we'll have to deal with the autoimmune disease. But either way, I think I'll have to deal with the autoimmune disease on some level. My blood work is coming back all fucked up. I'm not going to go into details, but because it doesn't matter. Not because it's affecting me. You're the only one going to feel it. But my kidneys aren't functioning the way that they should, and my liver is kind of doing some weird thing, and that might be related to the spleen thing. I'm not sure. Just a whole lot of things, and it's just what it is.
And that
I'm dealing with it okay, I think.
Yeah. And that, everyone, is why we say, the disclaimer is the disclaimer, and we are not medically inclined at all.
I don't know.
Because
it's happening to me, and I have no idea what's going on, really.
Because if you were in a doctor's office and one of us came in and just went, it is what it is, and then you just have to deal with it, you would feel so bad. You were like, I need another opinion, not a second opinion. I need another one. I'm going to treat the other one.
Something else, though.
I'm going to treat the next one I get as the first one. It won't be the second. I'm just disqualifying you entirely. So, just go get it and figure out what, get some understanding of what's going on. And I think that's all you can do. Like you keep saying, it's all you can do.
Right. As much as I want to know for sure, we're still in a discovery process.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the dude. Just let me interrupt this episode real quick just to let you know about Bobby RAPSCALLION. In case you've missed it in previous episodes when we talked about him, Bobby RAPSCALLION is a lifestyle brand that produces amazing CBD products. I'm talking about gummies, oils with melatonin in it. If you're looking for that sweet ass sleep, go to BobbyRAPSCALLION.com and get CBD now. If you don't even know how many milligrams you should be taking, don't worry about it. They got a calculator on their website where you can put in your body weight, and it'll tell you exactly how many milligrams of CBD you should be taking a day. Okay? There's no THC in it, so even if you get random piss tests, you don't have to worry about it. If you're allergic to THC, you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Go to BobbyRAPSCALLION.com, and for a limited time, you can put in our code. Yeah, the Dinosaur and the Dude has a code. Put in the letters TDTD20 and you'll get 20% off their CBD products. That's TDTD20. 20% off Bobby Rapscallion CBD products at BobbyRapscallion.com. I don't think you can use it on the bulk, because it's bulk. I mean, you can buy bulk, but I think bulk is already at a discount, so you can't use our code. But for the individual purchases of CBD products, absolutely. TDTD20, 20% off Bobby Rapscallion products. If you're looking for high quality, high potency CBD, this is it. If you're not using Bobby Rapscallion, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You're doing yourself a disservice. And that's it. So go there now. BobbyRapscallion.com. Get it. Use our code. Get 20% off. All right. Now enjoy the rest of the episode.
So, we've got some stuff.
I got a few things. I mean, I guess we can get to the heavy one first.
Is it that 93-year-old?
No, that's the ender. That's the ender. That can be the ender. That can be the ender.
That's true, because it ended up okay. I got maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, there's a question mark on that. Okay, is it okay? Yeah, I don't know. It's a question mark.
It depends on if you see it half full or half empty.
Right. Or, I don't know. So, there's a really heavy one that I was wondering about. I had a couple that I was wondering about, but this is the heavy one in regards to mental health. And I've started to see a lot of people lately just coming with a grocery list of things. And they preface whatever they're going to say or whatever you're going to say to them with those things. And it's almost like for some people, and this is my perception. I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying that people are. This is my perception.
You hurt nobody's feelings, okay?
Yeah, right. This is my perception of where it's almost like some people are using mental health as a crutch.
Fair.
And so, like, I saw one.
A truly mentally ill person would say, "Wait a minute, am I doing that here?"
Yeah. And so, like, I was watching this one video, and maybe some people have seen it, where this one chick was, a police officer was talking to her, and she had like just an evolving list of mental health issues that she just had to point out and then restate and then restate. Like, this guy is trying to get a sentence out. It's like, oh yeah, now you're giving me anxiety, and I have OCD, and I have PTSD, and I'm manic, and I'm bipolar. And you're like, wait, what? Okay, all I'm asking is, and it's a thing to me where that's not the only person that I've seen do that kind of thing, where they just have this, boom, I'm this, I have this, and I have this, and you're making me depressed because now you're kicking off my anxiety. Now I'm triggered.
You know that some of that is legit, because mentally unwell people get told that they have certain things.
Right.
The thing is that it's not something you can look under a microscope and determine with fact that is in fact what it is.
Yes.
It's all theory and interpretation. So they do probably get, once you start getting, let's say depression, it starts off really easy, and then and then it goes to anxiety, and then it's PTSD, and then it's bipolar, and then it's like you're saying, it keeps going on and on and on. But that's how things go on and on and on, because one person may say, well, it could be just some depression.
Right.
And some people would say, well, you may have bipolar, you just have it in really longer episodes.
Right, or you just haven't been diagnosed correctly.
Right.
Yeah, no, I can totally relate.
Signs of whatever.
Some psychopathy in some sort of degree.
Look at you with that big word.
I totally understand that. I totally can relate, because I did the same thing with my dad. Was saying he has dementia, he has Parkinson's, and he's Alzheimer's, and then later, and you go years with this whole thing that you got to recite to other doctors, like, okay, does he have this? Yes, he has Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. Okay, and the next thing you know, another doctor comes along and says, no, this is really just Lewy body dementia. It's like, oh, so there's not any of the other three? Well, no, not really, because it looks like and acts like all those three. Oh, okay. So this one thing now is got characteristics of the other three that we've been telling everybody for years, but really scratch that. It's just this one thing now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Easier to say because it's one thing.
All right.
But damn, because his medications are based on those three things that we've been saying for years. I get that aspect of it where you're basically chasing your mental health truth by way of someone else's narration to you.
Right.
I can understand that. I think though that what I'm talking about is a little bit more where someone, like I was saying, is someone will preface whatever it is that's going on with that. Like they're already setting the tone. They're not even you're just getting the question out of, hey, my name is, what's yours? And they'll say, my name is Alice, and oh, by the way, I'm bipolar, I have manic depression, I have anxiety, and I have an eating disorder. So nice to meet you. And like, wait, what? I really just wanted to know your name. It's like some people are now to the point where they're doing that. Like they're setting the scene of this is how you have to engage with me because I have all these things that I just told you about. That's what I'm being is sort of like when you start using I think with people with mental health issues, and I'm not excluding myself for this, because like I said, I think we all have some degree, some capacity of mental health. It's just a means of which how we understand it, relate with it, or recognize it, or want to get out of the denial of it, and just say, yeah, I do have this issue. I think though, a lot of those people don't go about just pushing it out there. As soon as you meet someone, right after your name is all your mental health issues. I mean, there's no, it's almost to the fervor of someone.
Like a precursor.
Yeah.
It's preface to whatever you're going to say and whatever impact you're going to have on their life.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I was just saying, hey, I was coming over because you're next to the hors d'oeuvres that I was about to eat too. I wasn't really going to hit you up and try and say, hey, by the way, love your dress. Do you have PTSD? It's almost like some pride flag that you're waving in regards to mental health. And I know those exist, but my point is still, let somebody engage with you, but don't put these barriers up right off the bat because you're limiting yourself. Yeah, it's almost like you're not wanting to engage with people because you're already saying, I got all these negative things. And you're presenting them as negatives. That's the other thing, is like a lot of these people have started noticing they're presenting them as negatives. And as a means of which, if they're not presenting them as negative, they're presenting them as, I need to be, there needs to be like some special consideration because I have this. And the more you have, the more it becomes a thing of, oh, well, I really need to, in the previous case I was mentioning, I really need to let you go and not write a ticket because you are bipolar, you have PTSD, and you have anxiety, and I'm triggering your anxiety right now. So now I'm harming you because of that. So never mind. Go be on your way. Sorry to have disturbed you. Right. Please go commit another crime, a traffic violation or whatever. It's so bizarre, but I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up and see what you thought about it. I mean, which you've already shared, but if you wanted to expound more,
Everybody's different, and we're due to the stress that we're all under in various ways at various times, in various areas. It's a constant. Our mental health is just as living and breathing as we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Change. It can get in a funk.
It can grow.
Halt.
Yeah.
It can regress. I mean, that's about the only thing physically that we can't do is regress.
Right.
But mental health can. So the human body itself is a marvel. But then you take into consideration that part of the human body allows for a space where you can regress. But it itself cannot regress. That's like telling AI that it's going to have to delete everything that it learns, in 5 years from now. I mean, it's just not something that you would plan for.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, in no way am I like denying what if somebody has a slew of diagnosed mental health. In no way what I'm saying, am I refuting it or denying it or saying, no, you don't, or stiffen up, it's none of that. It's just it's a thing of where I want to be cognizant of that if that becomes an issue, if that becomes something that someone needs for me to know. I don't want that to be a thing that someone feels like that's what they are, so let me go ahead and tell everybody what it is as a means of introducing myself. That's almost like speaking to a thing of like, you are no more than your mental health.
Well, not only that, but I mean, we don't walk around saying, hi, I'm the dinosaur, and I have anxiety, and I have sarcoidosis, and I might have cancer.
Right.
And I blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't have to give myself an introduction. You don't need a fucking resume on me in order to have a conversation.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that it's like people are doing it. And I think what makes it even worse is when you find out, okay, whoa, you just self-diagnosed yourself. You really don't even have anything to definitively say, yes, I do have all those things I just said. It's just that the way of the description that you read about those things online, you've decided that must be me. And that makes it even more of a weird place to be when people are now self-diagnosing their own mental health and saying, yes, I do have that, just because it sort of matched some of the similarities of other people with it that definitively have it. I mean, at least, hopefully, we encourage people to, if you feel like you might, go get diagnosed, go get some professional help, go get some person that can, say, okay, no, what you're experiencing really is this. It's not what you're thinking it is, because that can be a whole different kettle of fish right there, where you're thinking you have certain conditions and you don't.
Hey everyone, it's the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude. Thanks for listening. And as a part of the things, I want to go ahead and let you know about something amazing that just took place, and it's for your benefit. Wanting to let you know about Hoyge. If you haven't really checked out our website, I encourage you to go check it out, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. There you'll find all of the affiliates and other partnerships we've got going on. But this one that I want to tell you about is related to Hoyge. If you're into pre-gaming like the dinosaur is, you want the most out of what you get with your products, whether that's with a grinder or with the pipe or whichever it is that you're needing at that time, papers. Hoy's is your place. And if you are savvy enough to act now, go to their website, or even better, go to their website through our website, right? And use the code DinoDude10, and you will get 10% off your purchase. Yeah, yeah. See how it pays off to listen to our wonderful podcast? You get 10% off your purchase. It makes no sense to wait. Just go to Hoyge.life and you will get that discount as long as you put in Dino Dude 10. Doesn't get any easier than that. It's what, eight? Yeah, eight letters and two numbers. Yeah. Dino Dude 10% off your entire purchase. Get it now. Use our code. Be fabulous, and we'll thank you. Well, I mean, I'm thanking you right now. So who'll do it right now? Check out our website, TheDinosaur.TheDude, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Fuck me. And get that discount, right? All right. Now, back to the wonderful episode that you're about to bless your ears with.
The other thing that came to mind was I was looking at memes and more so of people interacting with each other and how I'm beginning to wonder.
Oh my God, I thought you said beams, like construction beams.
No.
And me got super excited and I was like, fuck yeah.
So
cool.
When you have LOL and you have RFL and you got LMAO, ERB.
Oh my God, this lady that I used to work with, she used to say LMAO.
Yeah.
And one day I said, what the fuck are you saying? And she said, LMAO, laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, I had a woman that would ask me about the Wi-Fi, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The Wi-Fi. And she would spell it the letter Y, 5, because that's what she thought. That's how she thought it was spelled. I was like, oh no, WIFI. Oh, that's how you spell it? I've been spelling it Wi-Fi for forever. I was like, yeah, that's why your problem has been fixed. But I started to wonder, like, is that how things, no matter, like, everybody's kicking you're lazy, blah, blah. Is that really, though, how language is evolving? Because, people used to say henceforth. Nobody says henceforth now.
I do, but,
I mean, I got it tattooed on my lower back in Old English, but...
Right, of course. Hello.
I mean, what else goes on your lower back? Old English. So... I'm
really lightning there. Get it out there.
because when you look at, like, say, for instance, the Egyptians, okay? And
yes, I look at them quite often.
The hieroglyphs and other means of communication, and you look at other older languages and whatnot, they become more symbolic. They become more very, 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 very compact, very quick. This symbol means that. This symbol means this. This symbol means this. You look at Chinese, look at Japanese, they have kanji, and look at this. This symbol right here, this kanji right here means this whole thing. You're like, damn, why didn't you? And you think about it, it's like, okay, I saved time in writing this whole thing out by just doing these 3 characters. But everybody understands these 3 characters, these 3 letters are laugh out loud. I don't have to say laugh out loud. I just have that right there, and you understand it now. Is that so? Then I started thinking, it's like, okay, words have disappeared. It used to be mandatory. People would learn cursive writing. That's gone. So is there slow evolving to where things like LMAO and laugh out loud and whatnot, and BRB and stuff like that becomes the understood language, the way
it's always been that way.
The understood written language. Yeah, the understood written language, because even because there's even things in what we consider the correct way of saying things or the correct way of writing things that are already abbreviated or acronyms, and some people don't even know that. Like scuba is an acronym. People don't know that. They just know it's scuba. And I'm going scuba diving.
Right. Bed and breakfast.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. So it's just interesting. It was one of those things where I was like, I wonder if it becomes a thing where in the future, because I used to do this a long time ago. It's like, okay, I'm going to look at something that's normal, that I consider normal, and then imagine myself in the future, 500 years from now, and I'm looking at this thing that is normal. What would I think this to be? And it's interesting when you look at things and try and try and interpret what this could be. And so if you get to a point where you're looking at something 500 years and it's all symbols and few letters mean this and this character means that, and you're looking at the written language and it's like henceforth, now and forever, and it's like, wow, what the fuck? That's half the sentence right there. When you could have just wrote an H and everybody understands. That means henceforth when it starts the saying. It's just interesting because people the ancient Egyptians didn't talk like that. But they didn't talk in the means of hieroglyphics or symbols, but they wrote that way. But they didn't talk that way.
Okay.
So it's just interesting of how documentation of certain things are and how it can differ from the spoken variant of a language versus the written.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now to the fun part.
Okay, well we've got one more for you and then one for me.
So what you got?
So I was thinking about how slang words were used throughout the years, and I don't mean offensive words. I'm just talking slang. Okay?
Yeah.
Now I realize that there are some slang words that are offensive.
Yeah.
But that's not where I started off with. I was wanted to be like, well, where did the N-word come from, and how long have we been using it or whatever. I wasn't thinking of the etymology of the word for someone who is mentally unwell that starts with an R. There was another one. Like somebody in a certain region, there was like something about their race. So like,
I used it when we were texting back and forth. Yeah, but it's a medical term.
Right, exactly. That's where I was hoping that you were going with it, because that's where I was going with it.
Yeah, it's a medical term, and it's
also being used for people of African descent.
People in that region. It was a region. I think a word that really resonates with what you're talking about that comes to mind right now is gay.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's the one that I think of right off the bat, because there are people that sing songs now. Oh, Christmas time, everybody's singing songs about gay. But
even Hallmark be talking about gay.
Right. But you talk about it and it's derogatory / offensive, but then also some people's like, no, I'm gay. It's like, okay, but you're not gay. You're not the gay. You're not.
There's a difference between I'm gay and you're gay.
I mean, there's a difference. Well, there's that. There's a difference between I'm gay and you're gay, and there's a difference between you're gay and 1762 gay.
About.
Yeah, like everybody wanted to be gay in 1766 because.
Oh my God! A T-shirt used to be gay, and it used to say.
Yeah, the next one. Everybody wanted. Everybody was gay. In 1776.
You wish you were gay.
In 1776, America was independent and everyone was gay. Everyone was gay.
That's funny that I need a shirt like that.
Everyone was gay. Yeah, everyone was gay for the independence.
Oh my God, that's so good.
But yeah, I think it's kind of weird.
So I wasn't thinking about that portion.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about the phrases that we use, like, I'm a huge Downton Abbey fan. And there's a part in there where it's the 20s, and they say crackers. Like that person's crazy, or this is bananas, or, whatever. But it's a British slang, and it's crackers.
Yeah.
But when in America, present day, and for some time, whenever somebody were to say crackers, if they're not talking about the food or a firecracker, then there's a possibility they might be talking about black people or white trash.
I mean, right in that same vein. With what you were saying. I mean, in the UK, they say fag. And it's
and that's also a cigarette.
Right.
People say, I want to smoke a fag, and you're like, all right, I'm down, and then they shoot somebody.
Right. Right.
You're in a conflict.
Taking a drag on a fag while you're laying in your flat means totally different in the UK as opposed to here. That's a whole weird movie concept if you say that here.
That's a great idea, actually.
Taking a drag.
I was thinking, over the decades, what did the slang look like? And I started doing some research, and I was finding slang from, I think 1897. But then now I'm looking again, and there's some more. There's one called Giggle Mug.
Okay.
And it's a Victorian slang, and if y'all don't know this, of course, because I've never said it, but maybe I have. I really love Victorian era stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
All of their funky little fucked up inventions that they thought, like, this is a brilliant idea. I love that shit.
I love that they are funky and fucked up inventions.
Because some of them are glorious and some of them are just
like, what the
hell? What the hell? Why complicate that? So, but I also like the dress, and I like the style and the houses and architecture and everything. Like, I just think would be a really cool kind to live through. Yeah. As long as I was middle class to upper middle class.
I think that's interesting.
You would be in the alleys with the shit.
I think that's interesting. It's like people say this stuff about all kinds of movies too. Let's say this stuff about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is so cool. Oh yeah, Game of Thrones is awesome and it'd be great. It's like, but there's a lot of people living. There's one where they say it's just a river of shit that goes down this. No. I'm not talking about that Game of Thrones. I'm not talking about that game. I'm talking about the Game of Thrones. I'm in the castle. And I'm riding a dragon. It's like, well, a lot of people didn't do that. A lot of people were burned by the dragons and lived on. Yeah, I don't want that. Like, a lot of people want that stuff. Yeah, Victorian would be awesome. I love that you made sure that distinction was made. As long as I was well off.
If God was going to grant something right now, I needed to make sure that I was in the correct direction.
Victorian was great as long as I had a powdered wig. Because if I had to show my real hair, I was not well off.
Well, and the giggle mug, which is a person that has a Kerma smile, or like a super smiling gray face all the time.
Giggle mug.
Like a happy, a giggle mug.
That fucking giggle mug.
I thought maybe a giggle mug would be like a chalice.
That fucking giggle mug. Look at him, that giggle mug. Well, because, yeah, the mug is the face. The mug is the face. That's pretty good. I like that, though. Giggle mug.
Yeah, okay. Oh, my God. Here's one. Got the morbs. MORBS. Got the morbs. So let's see. You think this has to do with dead people? Because that's where I would go with it.
Got the morbs. I got the morbs. They are.
Go around, sitting around.
You got the morbs. You are down. You're not. You're just kind of down, depressed. I got the morbs.
Okay.
I got the morbs.
Refers to someone who is in a melancholy mood. Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Winning this shit.
Okay. Oh, hey, do you want to see the elephant?
Do I want to see the elephant? Do I want to see the elephant?
Yeah.
No, I think that slang is pretty understood. I think that slang can be said here, now in this day and age, and still come across as want to see my dick. No, I don't. I'm good.
No, it's like if you were to say like I'm gonna paint the town red or I'm gonna bang up the town, then you would say I'm gonna bang up the elephant.
You're gonna bang up the elephant?
I'm gonna bang up to the elephant.
Now you're gonna bang up to the elephant? Oof.
Yeah,
it's getting worse.
It also means if you were to go around and see all the sights of the town, like in a excited way.
Wow.
Pretty interesting.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
I know. Gosh, I know that there's a couple that stick out for me. They're more recent. In the 1920s, they used to say like golly, and in Denton, there's one that says like golly.
Yes.
Or something like that. So I think that's super cute.
Hey, unless you started this podcast right now. Well, it's the dude, and you're listening to the Dinosaur and the Dude. But also, when I'm not doing the podcast, I'm trying to put some time in on learning a new language. And I'm now picking up a second language I'm learning, which is kind of crazy to think about and say out loud, but that's what I'm doing. I couldn't do any of this without the help of PIMSLEUR. PIMSLEUR is one of the resources that I use in my language learning journey as I try to strive to becoming a polyglot, if that's only being a polyglot in my own mind. But in any case, I highly encourage you to give PIMSLEUR a go also. It's had a great learning curriculum and means of which is giving you the information and ways of learning that, whether it's through the flashcards or whether it's through the the timed little time speed rounds. It checks out your enunciation and how you're able to speak the actual language with the proper means of verbalizing it. Sometimes it's kind of hard, especially if that language isn't based on the languages you already speak, i.e. Romanized language versus an Asian language. So in any case, I encourage you to check it out. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, go to our links for affiliates and sponsors, or check out the links at the bottom of each page. You're probably going to see it. It's one for PIMSLEUR. Click on it, and you will get 7 days free with PIMSLEUR. I don't know how else to roll the red carpet out for you. 7 days free. Learning out of the huge selection of languages that they have, whether you're wanting to learn Arabic or you're wanting to learn Spanish or Chinese or Mongolian or whatever. They've got a huge selection of languages, and for 7 days you get to do it for free. Each one of the lessons are 30 minutes each. That's like, what is that? That's like the time you spent right now watching a shitty show. You could be putting that into learning a new language, and they're all audio, so it's not something that you have to break from what you're doing. So if you're walking, riding your bike, doing whatever workout at the gym or whatever like that, put in that time and also learning a language. Hell, that's cool. Do it. Again, go to dinosaur&thedude.com, click on the PIMSLEUR link, get a week for free just because we love you. So there you go. Have fun. Learn a new language. Freak some people out by speaking something or knowing what people are saying around you. Shit, that's why I do it. And enjoy. Now, back to the rest of the episode, because I'm sure we've got some more amazing stuff to talk about that you're just dying to hear, right? Of course.
I've got one for you that I think you're really going to like. Are you ready for it?
Ready.
It's from the 1930s.
Okay.
Something gums.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I thought maybe that was like scissoring.
You thought they were what?
Scissoring.
Oh, no. It's like you're just talking a bunch.
Yeah, you're talking a bunch.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that.
You see how I could get to where I was going?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good innuendo. Hey, you want to go? I mean, the way you would say it for what you were implying.
You want to go bump gums?
That's a strong wink. You physically got to do a wink. You want to go bump gums, and then you got to wink right after that.
Oh my God, we need to want to go bump gums.
And then wink. And then wink really hard.
So yeah.
Let's bump more gums.
Love you too. Well, I wouldn't ask her about it.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you think this means?
Uh-huh.
He goes, do you want a scissors? And I'm like, it's so funny.
So, I mean,
I wanted to talk about this stuff because it's bananas.
Yeah. No, that's funny because it's like you did it without the wink. See, I feel like a wink needs to be in there. But yeah, wow.
No, I didn't think so because I just wanted it honest.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because people would be like, what the fuck?
No. Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. You want to? Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. You give me the first thing that pops in your head. What? Here you go. You want to bump gums? Oh yeah, sure. Let's go. What? Wow.
Okay.
I mean, but here we are on the first steps of how that word evolves into something else. It might become the new slang for scissoring. It's not like scissoring was scissoring until it became known as scissoring now.
Scissoring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a weird kind of thing where people get words and terminology and slang and they use it in a way to be clever or to apply some innuendo to something, and then it just catches on that becomes the way it articulates after that. That becomes the term.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, are you bumping gums now? Because I can come back later.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Too high for his nuts.
Oh, too high for his nut. Okay, wait. It sounds like something that you would say for someone that is trying to go for something that's beyond their means or.
It literally says beyond someone's reach.
Yeah.
You are so good at this.
Yeah, high. What was it again? High on his nut?
Too high.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could also happen if you take enough drugs.
Right.
Too high for his nuts.
Too high for his nuts. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the nuts. Those are his. I'm going for these nuts right here. And they're like, yeah, those are too high for your nuts. You need to get some, your nuts are here. No, I want up there. No, those are too high for your nuts. You need to get down here. Lower nuts.
Okay, and then I had two more that I want to talk about. Sure. And then we're going to talk about Old Man, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
So when do you think that the term cool beans?
Oh, fuck that, man.
If you were to say what decade the cool beans became a thing, what do you think that was?
Oh, God. I want
to say 90s.
Yeah, no, I want to say like 50s or 60s.
The 70s.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And it still means the same thing. I mean, other than your beans you're chilling in the fridge. Like, awesome, cool beans.
And people are probably and that's fine. That's fine if you want to post or tweet us. I get it. But that's one of the phrases that I was like, ugh.
I know, I kind of get creepy about it.
I cringe at it every time when somebody says, "Oh, all right, cool beans." And like,
I'm like, okay.
Like me saying, yeah, exactly. Like me saying it right now is probably one of the first times I've said it in I don't know how long.
I know.
I didn't
even say it whenever it was a thing. I never said it. It just felt kind of weird to me.
Every time I heard somebody say it, I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And why? Who wants cool beans? I mean, gazpacho, whatever. What do you mean? You're wanting the bean salad? Cool? Why cool beans? Why cool? Like I get what it means. I get what it implies. Like you said, awesome.
You put a touchpad up your butt and then fart, maybe.
Yeah, I get what, like you said, it means something's awesome or what. I get the context of use. I don't. It's just that's not one that I just like. Oh yeah. I never picked up on it, latched on it, started using it, and I was like, oh, I'm good with cool. I don't need the beans. So you can keep those. What's another one?
Okay, the other one is keeping up with the Joneses.
Oh, yeah, that's I don't know when that started, but
I'm not an etymologist.
No, wait. I don't know the time, but the story seems like it's a little familiar on like they're like the Joneses and keeping up with the actual people that were like that. But yeah, the reference, the meaning of it, yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
So what decade do you think that was from?
Ooh. Ugh. I want to go way back, but shit. 50s. I want to go back further though.
Yeah. 50s. However, it's funny that you said that you want to go back further because there was a comic strip in 1913 called Keeping Up with the Joneses in 1913. And it ran until 1940. So 1913 to 1940, it was in the New York World and some other newspapers around.
Huh.
The New York World is a newspaper.
Yeah.
So it was in that one, along with some other ones.
Yeah, when I was saying way back, I wanted to say 20s, but yeah, I wasn't thinking of 1913.
So Wikipedia says that the script is about a family who is struggling to keep up with their neighbors. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The neighbors are the
Joneses, right? Yeah, I remember it was. I mean,
you nailed it. It was. You're really fucking good at this.
Comic. Okay, it's a comic strip, but I remember it was actual people, not like living people, but I mean actual. It was a family that is in reference to that you're actually keeping up with the Joneses. It's not necessarily like now. It's more of a figurative Joneses that you're keeping up with, but when it started, it was like here's a literal family Joneses that another family is trying to keep up with, but they're trying to keep up to their own detriment. They're already their nut is too high already that they're trying to get to the Joneses level.
Right. It's like this attainable goal that they have.
Yeah, but like I said, they're nuts too high.
Mm.
Hey guys, this is the Dinosaur from The Dinosaur and the Dude, and I want to talk about your headspace, and I also want to talk about headspace. We live in a very trying time, and stress can get the best of us sometimes, and sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, and that's totally fine. Just go ahead and go over to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, click on links and sponsors, and look for Headspace. There's a link there. You can click it and get 7 days free. You have to be right with your mind. Okay, you got to talk about stuff. You got to get it out. You got to process it. There's way too much information coming into our brains these days than there is going out. So you need to find a therapist and just barf it all out and you'll feel better. Can't believe I just said that. So you can go to our website at TheDinosaur&TheDude.com and click on links and sponsors, then go down and check out Headspace. They're showing that they're proven to reduce stress by 14% in just 10 minutes. Imagine what you can do with 30 minutes. You would be so chill. You would be thanking us. And I really think that you should try it and let us know how it goes. So yeah, go find a therapist and barf all over them verbally. Another thing that Headspace is going to do for you is give you 7 days free of therapy. So go and check them out and get your 7 days for free. That is faux free.
Let's talk about this crazy story.
We were going to talk about something else, but then we came across the story. No. We were going to talk about something else. We were just going to talk about random key spot shit, but we came across this other thing, and I sent it to you because I sometimes when I read things, it's like I can't be the only one that's spinning or experiencing this. I gotta send it to somebody so that I know that I'm not the only one going, what the fuck, all by myself. I need somebody. So I thought of you, and I sent it. And again, this comes from one of the resources that we use a lot, Morbid Knowledge. I already put the link in the description of several episodes, so you can find them there and likely in this one too. But it's about this guy. And I'm going to jack up the name, but it's because he's from rural Romania. And this is back in 1991, and so it's Versailles. I'm not calling Versailles. Versailles.
Maybe it's Italy.
Yeah. Maybe it's Lameo. I'm gonna call him Lameo.
Definitely Lameo.
Lameo Gorgos. Okay. So in 1991, Gorgos was 63 years old, and he was a cattle seller, like I said, in rural Romania. And
That's the life right there.
Yeah, he's selling cattle. He's like, yo.
Go places and sell cattle.
Yeah,
to his family.
You got sheep herders. I got cows. I'm doing them cattle.
Yeah.
So he goes on a business trip, and from time to time, that's what he does. So he tells his family, hey, I'm heading on a business trip. And I don't know what you do as a cattle seller, but I guess that's the thing you did in 1991. And he goes on to state that he often went on these business trips to various cities in Romania to sell his cattle, as you do as a cattle seller.
Right.
And so,
hopefully that's what you do.
Yeah, and so it wasn't unusual. Okay, he left, told his family he'll be back in a couple of days, but in reality, that was the last time his family saw him for 3 decades.
Right. Talking what?
So the family, they reported his disappearance to the police, and nothing ever came of it. And so, they eventually assumed he had fallen victim to foul play or suffered a tragic accident on his
right, as you would
on his way to cattle selling. Yeah, on his way to cattle selling, something must have happened to Gorgos, and you know what? After all this time, Pops ain't coming back. So let's just go ahead and move on with our lives, right?
Right.
30 years later, in August 2001, a car stopped in front of the Gorgos family house and dropped off old Papa Gorgos.
Could you imagine?
Who was now 93.
We should how would he remember where he lived after, and how is it reasonable to think that 30 years later his family is still in the same place?
Oh, but wait. So now this dude rocks up to be he's in clean, tidy condition, no dishevelment.
He's like a fly.
Yeah. And so, this means wherever he's been for 30 years, he was being taken care of. There was no dishevelment, he's clean. He's tidy. When asked by reporters and family where he has been for these years, he replied, I was home.
Yeah, but was it I was home or was it I was home?
What you're saying, it was cryptic, yeah. So
right.
His family noticed that he was wearing the same clothes he was wearing when he went missing 30 years ago.
What? I hope they had a washing.
He still had, yeah, right. But apparently so, because they said he was clean and tidy. Okay.
Okay.
So wearing the same thing he had on 30 years ago, which, okay, props to that family for remembering what he had on 30 years ago, because,
seriously,
I'm wearing the same shirt I was wearing 3 days ago, and I was like, midday, I was like, yeah, I did wear this 3 days ago. Oh, well.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm going to finish out the day, whatever. Yeah, he still had the train ticket from that time period in his pocket as well.
What?
Yeah. So they.
What did he take his pants off and put them back on as they're coming home?
Well, he took all of his. So he had on the same clothes, same shirt, same pants. I'm assuming same underwear, same things were in his pocket when he left. So I'm assuming as a cattle seller, you get to your destination and you take the train back. I don't know. Again, I've never sold a goddamn thing, but I don't know. He had everything on as he did 30 years prior. They did a medical check on him, and the doctors found that he was in good health for his age, except for his memory problems. He couldn't remember anything that had happened in the past 30 years. To him, it felt like he had only been away for a few days, like he said he would. He was only going to be away for a few days. However, his memory of his family, his house, and the work from 30 years ago was still perfect. So, let me reword that.
Yeah.
So he left. He disappeared in 1991. He doesn't remember anything happening to the extent of a 30-year time pass. He remembers everything as it was in 91. And to him, he's only been gone a few days. But to everyone else, he's been missing for 30 years, and you're now 93. So the doctors are like, yeah, this dude is in perfect health for his age and everything, but for some reason his memory's kind of jacked because he can't remember anything from the last 30 years, but he remembers everything exactly from the day he left in 91.
Yeah.
So, and
let's just first and foremost give some respect to his family because they had to deal with that. They literally had to move on.
Yeah, exactly.
He walked in and saunters on in, like, hey guys.
And just take the big shit on your closure.
Exactly.
Like you have, like 30 years, you have moved on.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And if you didn't have closure, you've cobbled together your own means of something that you can call closure. Yeah. And then he comes, hey y'all, what's for dinner? What? Where the fuck have you been? I went cattle selling, like I told you a few days ago. Okay, so last bit right here. When Papa Gorgos, when LeMayo showed up again, to the family's home, okay? Neighbors saw him getting out of a car. However, they were so surprised that they didn't notice the car's license plate. They did notice that the driver quickly drove off as soon as LeMayo got out of the car.
Let's be honest, that motherfucker did not even stop completely. He just said that they're wrong.
No, it's kind of, that's weird though. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because it's like, normally somebody would stop and say, hey, just bringing back LeMayo. And he told me this is his address. Are you all his people? You all are his people? Okay, cool. No. I don't need any gas money, thanks. This person just said, okay, cool.
Elder support.
Uber out. And he left. They just left. They didn't even check. They like, yo, you told me you lived around the corner. I just drove halfway across Romania. Get the fuck out. I got other things I could be doing with my life. And so here's the question. And this is the question I asked you. And so now I'm going to ask all 8 listeners of our podcast here. Was LeMayo caught up? Like this side chick gum bumping was so good that he just slipped up and had another family and got committed to it. It's like, you're gonna see these kids through. Okay, fine. And then he just was dedicated to those kids until they reached 30, I guess, and then like his second family son just drove him back to his first family and threw him out. You know, it's like, okay, we're done with you.
You know, he planned it all. He was like, I'm gonna fuck what these people watch.
Or was dude just like in a, what some people refer to as a time slip, and just time like slip. In a time slip kind of thing, and just, but I
mean, personally, I think it's possible.
Yeah, but there's some
kind of a nut job.
There's some holes that are in that possible, because typically in that particular case, they come back the way they left. So if his intention was to come back by way of this train, he would have attempted to do that, or have done it and came back like all is the same and all is well as before. It was interesting that he came back in a vehicle that sped off really quickly. Like, you're out, you good? All right, cool. Huh? Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's like, I don't know. I can only judge by way of the ones that I interact with right now. But in my experience, you could trick up a elderly and catch them slipping real quick. They can't hold much of a story without that shit fumbling apart.
They're really not into pulling wool.
Yeah, they can't do the long game. They can't really. So like, you're like, hey, how'd you get here? I don't remember anything that happened on the 30th. So you don't remember how, and that card just came. I don't know Tommy. Oh, okay. I didn't say anything about Tommy. Who is that? Oh, he's a nice boy. He's like my son. Okay, cool. You got another family. Shut up.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think that it was aliens.
I think that it was either aliens or it was our government.
I don't know.
They have
our government? Come on, it's Romania.
No, I mean not our government, but the world.
You okay. I see what you did.
From not an outside source.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It was like government, like the government that rules the earth.
If it sounded that way, yes. Just a government. It was a government, a governing body that did this. Versus aliens coming here and trying to govern in their own way.
I don't know. I'd be more on the side of aliens than government, because government-wise, it's like,
they do touch on people all the time.
Yeah, but government's like, yo, this is Lameo Gorgas. He's a cattle seller. He's not
seller.
Yeah,
seller, not seller.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what is he doing? Is he transferring secrets on his cattle runs? No. You're gonna crack him within 30 years, easy. You don't need 30 years. You need 3 days.
Imagine the mental stamina.
Yeah, you need. Yeah. You need 3 days. All you need, OD them on Activia and prune juice, and after all that shitting, they'll tell you whatever they want. You whatever you need to know. But an alien, well, now you got to look at it from the alien's perspective. It's like, okay, we typically get chicks so we can impregnate them, and we typically get dudes so we can pull semen out of them and do our own experimentation. Cool. But we never really collect and study and get information from elderly. Let's get one.
Right.
Let's get one. They're easy to get. They're not moving fast, and they're not going to put up. They're not going to put up much of a fight. And you spin them around once and they're just like tased. So they're like, what's happening?
Goldfish.
Yeah.
Memory.
And so maybe that's what they did. Maybe you're right. Maybe some aliens came through and it's like, look, we don't normally get one of you. We want to go ahead and get you and then tell you, look, we're going to take you around. You're going to fly around with us for 30 years. 30 years your time. It's really going to be like 3 minutes for us, but 30 years your time. And you're going to see everything. Problem with it though, you're not going to remember a damn thing, but it's going to be cool hanging out. Ready to go? And you're like, yeah, what the fuck else am I doing? I'm just taking cattle to get sold. I got free time. And the next thing you know, 30 years later, he comes back. Because otherwise, I don't think he would have been like that healthy.
I'm surprised his family didn't have a fucking heart attack when he walked in.
And they probably did. They probably did. They probably were just like, what is this? Hey. And then and he's in this mindset of like, he's only been gone for a few days. Like, hey, what's going on, y'all? Why are you here? What do you mean? Why am I here? What's going on? Oh my God. Why? And then of course, then it, hits him. Why are my kids so much older now?
Yeah. Right.
Your kids are now 30 years older than when you left a few days ago. So and your wife and other family, you probably got grandkids now. Maybe depending on how things are, you probably have great grandkids now. And you're just like, what? Right. How did this happen? I was only gone for a few days. So look, I still have my train ticket. I couldn't use the train because the train is no longer coming through.
God.
So I had to get this random person to give me a ride back.
What the hell? Yeah.
So then it becomes a thing of like, was it time slip? Was it like the term that was brought up to popularity in Breaking Bad? Was it a fugue state where you just lose your shit and you just walk off and you end up somewhere else, not knowing how you got there, why you're there? It's just crazy. I think it's crazier because of the amount of time that went by. I think even if you had that type of slip of perspective and reality, fugue state kind of thing, you're thinking like 10 days. You're kind of making your way. Yeah, you're kind of making your way back to where you get. Oh, damn! I'm in the middle of this field. Okay, I got to get my bearings so I can figure out how to get back home. And depending on how far out you are before that realization comes in, you're thinking within 10 days. Especially in 91, there's a phone somewhere. There's a police officer somewhere. But now 30 years? That's... What?
Right.
What?
That's insane.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're doing well. I mean, he's probably really not around anymore.
You know what would be fucked up? If he disappeared again, like they dropped him off, because they could be doing research on the family too.
Right. You know? So this is 2001. Yeah. So this is right? 2001?
Yeah. And he came back 2020, right?
No. He went missing in 1991. He came back so he went missing in 1991, came back in 2021 at 93. So he's still around, he'll be 96 now. That's if he hasn't, like you said, disappeared again.
Right. Because as shitty as that sounds, I mean, it's possible.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like maybe one of his kids disappear and then they come back 30 years. That'd be nuts. Like, okay, now we're going to take one of your kids so we can compare all that test material that we got from. Yeah. So we got all the test material from the elder. Now we're going to get one of the kids, and then get test material from them and compare it and see how that transitions from one to the other. That'd be great. Okay, and then we're going to just, mold them together and make our own little Lameo-Gorgos on Saturn. Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
It's very interesting.
I think it's very, very perplexing on both perspectives. It's like for Gorgos, Lameo-Gorgos, it was just kind of crazy because he's coming into a situation where he's of the mindset, I've only been gone for a few days, and then you walk into a room where everyone's 30 years older than you remember to be. And you got grandkids, great grandkids sitting there, and they're being told, hey, those pictures we would show you of that guy, and we would say, hey, this is your grandfather, this is your great grandfather. And he disappeared. He had a tragic disappearance in 1981. Okay, well, yeah, that guy, that's him. That's him. It's a surprise. It's a surprise to everybody in this room, actually.
Bring in the therapist.
Yeah, right. Just how do you do it? How do you how does a therapist even approach that? Like all of my coping mechanisms that I had for this incident, I've been applying to myself for nothing because he's still here. As a matter of fact, he's sitting next to me right now because he's going through something right now. He's like, yo, I never want you out of my sight because the last time I did that, I missed 30 years of your life. Right.
I wonder if, oh, fuck, it just went away. I'm sorry. Wow, this is the first time that's happened in this episode.
Yeah, this is. That weed pizza must have helped you.
It was delicious weed pizza.
I bet it was.
It had fresh bell peppers and a little bit of pepperoni. It was delicious.
And fresh weed.
And fresh weed. So what I did is I mixed it with, I melted a little bit of the wheat butter and I put some garlic in it.
Yeah.
And then I dusted the edges of wrapped the edges of the pizza with it.
I thought for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking like you were putting it in the dough. So it was going to be in the pizza crust. The weed was going to be in the pizza crust.
No, I ain't for that hell.
Right. You're like, oh no. You're like, that's too artisan. No.
That's the worst part of work.
Absolutely not. That takes planning and meeting. No. All right. Well, Another amazing episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude. Thanks everyone for listening. However much you've listened to, but of however much you've listened to, you've gotten to the end. And for that, we say thank you very much.
We knew you did.
I mean, I would love to say we couldn't do this without you, but honestly, we do this without you, but we appreciate you listening in. Yeah, but hopefully it'll turn around and yeah, hopefully it'll turn around and you'll support us in some sort of way, and then we'll be doing it. We'll be not being able to do it without you. Yes.
We'll be learning the damn thing. Literally.
With you, because of you.
Because of you. Yeah.
Because of you, we say thank you, And so in order for that to happen, you got to go to the website and you got to look at and you got to click on all the merch and you got to get all the shirts that are going to be coming out soon, like hey, let's bump gums shirt and
one of those gums.
Yeah, one of bump gums and 1776, the year everybody was gay for the independence. So enjoy this episode and other episodes again by going to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Listen to all of our episodes, get our merch, hit us up on social media, request certain things, and
tell us what you want to talk about.
And respond to the stuff that we post on there. Like right now, we've got a post on there asking people, have you ever had sex with someone that you found out they talk in their sleep or have night terrors, and they didn't tell you ahead of time?
If you've ever slept with someone and then come to find out they're not the gender that they
Yo.
You just go for it?
Yeah, whoa, yeah, yo. So I'm going to have to post that. We're going to have to post that. That's the next follow-up question, because that's one of those things I've always wondered about. Like, okay, so if I find myself attracted to this person in some sort of way, you know, across the room, or at this dinner or whatever, I'm like, hey, we talk and they talk and we have a great time. And I'm like, yeah. And then we just get all caught up in ourselves. Like, look, I got this hotel room with 6 pillows. Want to wear all those motherfuckers out? Awesome. Let's do it. And the next thing you know, I'm feeling a certain way because I'm like, wow, you have a bigger dick than me. What did I miss? And then you're like, okay, you're caught in that dilemma, right? You're like, okay, am I the asshole if I say, no, I'm not in, no? Or do you find out new things about yourself? I don't know. I
would love to hear a story. And hopefully not a made up one.
Yeah, hopefully not some Reddit wordsmith gets on. Well, back in '96.
I'm just shy.
Yeah. Back in '96 when I was at the World Fair, I found oh no, I don't.
Actually, you know what? If you are one of the Reddit or wordsmith people, then fuck it, bring us what you got.
Okay. But if you do, if you are a Reddit wordsmith person and you do bring it, you have to theme it at a Renaissance fair. That way we know you have to be on your toes to tell the story right, but we also know you're full of shit. Yeah. It's a double way of cross-checking.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it does. That's like giggle mug.
Giggle mug. Okay, well, I really enjoyed bumping gums with you.
Yeah, same here. Raw dog goes bumping gums. So,
that's sweet.
And again, next time, always remember, she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the dude. Thank you, all of you ladies, gentlemen, dudes, dudettes, gigolos, jigahos, motherfuckers and fatherfuckers. Thank you very much for listening. Love yourself hard with lotion because we love you. And we'll check you all next episode. Thank you and love you, lady. Be safe and do good things with yourself. And tell your lady, okay, we can now bump gums. So.
I think we go mouth her.
Right. There you go. All right. Okay. Bye.